Hi, welcome to L. Jackson Pastore's Quiet Conversations. So today we just thinking of talking about things that are, in our minds, especially as us, brown or black men in Africa as a whole, you know. And there's an issue that always comes to mind, especially when we have to talk about the terms of dating and when it comes to marriage. And sometimes you'd find that some of our brothers would prefer to date people of a different race, which is not wrong. And for some it's just they feel they just like that race. But for some, they feel as though when you are dating someone of the same race, especially a black girl, then there's this issue where you have to pay Lobola, which is the bride price. And as you pay the bride price, you then find out that, in our situation, in all situations of this earth, in Africa especially, now things have become a way of saving a family financially, in a sense. And I'm not talking in an arrogant manner. I'm speaking just in the sense of that a lot of the families have decided, no, we will charge this amount. Firstly, what we need to understand is we cannot be charging people for you educating your child, right? Because at the end of the day, it is the parents' choice to have children, firstly. And as the parents, it is your main duty as a parent to take your child through school. It shouldn't be that, because now, if you're going to tell me that as a man, you would say, I educated this girl, then it means even the women should be paying Lobola for a man. If it's like that, pay for that time where he has been educated by his parents. Because that's, in a sense, being patriarchal and patriotic. Yeah, English data. Gone. All right, but yeah, so it's a patriarchal system where you say, no, just because you educated the girl, someone needs to pay back that money, meaning that educating the girl does not mean a lot to you. You would have rather not educated her and still not have someone pay for that. If you get my sense where I'm going with this one. But at the same time, you get people that charge so much in that bride price just because they feel that they they need to make money, or they need to save themselves financially, just because of of that situation of love where a man and a woman want to come together. And these are the things that we always have a problem with. And especially with we have this whole idea of one moment we adopt a culture of being a Christian, and then once you adopt the culture of being a Christian, you then come and say, no, but still the traditions don't fall away. And I'm like, yeah, true. But at the same time, you kind of contradicting yourself, because some traditional things you will not do, but some traditional things you will do. So meaning you are being either or type of thing. You are lukewarm in that sense. And just paying a bridal price, it is important. So now then comes the point where you get people that would charge, let's just for argument's sake say 50,000 rand just to pay the bridal price. And then part of the whole Lobola negotiation, those parents will tell you that the child does not come out of the house without a white wedding. And I'm thinking, in my head, I feel like the whole Lobola system is a wedding on its own. Once you've paid the last amount, that's where you have a celebration, where you call the whole community and say, listen, we have now added a child into our family, we've got a new son, and then, the whole celebration happens. I feel that's how things are supposed to be done. But if you're going to tell me then you're going to put a white wedding, then we're putting a different tradition into the whole system, and that will be part of the whole Lobola negotiations. I just don't see reasoning to that, and I don't see it being an important thing, especially if it has to be added on as part of the negotiations. And with these white weddings, you pay exorbitant prices for venues, for food, and you're told you need to invite people that you don't even know. Basically, even the bride herself doesn't know some of these people. The groom himself doesn't even know some of these people invited. But you get up to like 200 people that you don't live your life with, and still you need to pay so much money, right? So at the end of the day, that's why you find that a lot of marriages tend to not last so long, because firstly, that woman's family would have charged you exorbitant prices for Lobola, and at the same time you as the man have to pay for the wedding. And when you've paid for the wedding, then at the end of the day you are broke. You have been there busy trying to get loans and all, trying to just make this special day for your woman. And after you do it, you do this whole big hoorah and big venue, big everything. Then at the end of the day, what then happens? You guys get into the part where you finished your honeymoon and everything. Now it's time to live life. All that 200 people that you invited are not there. Everyone else is nowhere to be seen. Now you alone is suffering, and as you are suffering on your own, by yourself, you're busy suffering trying to pay that loan. And then you get frustrated, and out of your frustrations you cannot take care of your woman. And you can't take care of your woman because you are trying hard to work hard. Instead of even working your 9 to 7 or working on your business, you overwork yourself, and you don't give yourself time. You don't give yourself space to grow and be with your family or be with your woman. And then at the end of the day, it turns out to be a whole frustrating emotional setup, and then everyone gets to a space where there's now a lot of fighting, just because you've been trying to take all these emotional issues and trying to remove them out of this whole space. So I feel like we need to get to a point where we say, let's not pay Lobola, but let us give a token of appreciation, right? The moment we charge Lobola, the moment you charge for something, it means you're doing a business exchange. And that's why some other men as well, just because, and it's human nature, if I buy something, I want it to do what I bought it to do. If I buy my cell phone, I want it to call a person the way I want. If I buy a mouse, if it doesn't work like a mouse, then it's useless to me. I throw it away, right? Or I take it back and I take back my money. So that's the whole perception that comes out. Those are the ideas that begin to come out of a man's place, especially in the man's head, especially if you charge them for that Lobola and you say, oh yeah, but she can cook. Oh yeah, she can do this, she can clean, and then you get home, she doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, she's just there. And then you're like, oh, okay, I paid for this woman to be like that. I want my money back. You see, so I think we need to change our idea of Lobola. We need to change the whole idea and not say people should pay Lobola, but people should give in a token of appreciation. I think that way it will build more of the families, it will build more of the marriage itself, the whole system, because you have appreciated the person that your spouse's parents have made, and that person they have brought up with their own hands and made that person into what you have loved. They groomed her and everything. But out of all that, all we need to do is to just give them a token of appreciation and say, thank you. I will now take care of her. But at the same time, I'm not just taking care of her, I'm taking care of everyone, because I love her. So I'm going to take care of that whole garden because I love this rose. I'm coming into a family and I'm building a wealth system. I'm building a system where we grow together, and we want our children and our children's children to do the same. And that will bring a much better rate of long-lasting marriages, where people don't even have to think about, oh, how much money does he have so that when I divorce him, or how much money does she have so that when I divorce her. But everything should be about building into this love relationship and not being about buying into this love relationship. So I felt just a token of appreciation would be an ideal Lobola bride price, and nothing else. Don't make it exorbitant. Don't charge people a lot, because remember, your child and your daughters, our daughters, do need security from where they were to where they are going. Let us not make this a space for us to save ourselves from this whole financial constraint, or in our lives now. Finances are it's a very tough situation in the country and everywhere, but we need to just make this something that all parties can accommodate and make it a better place. So yeah, that's something that came out of my mind. Quiet Conversations with L. Jackson Pastor. And yes, if you'd like, you can comment at the bottom. You can comment at the bottom. You can, the cameraman just put his finger there. Funny, eh? But yeah, if you'd like, you can comment at the bottom and just write down your comments, what you feel. And if you'd like us to have a conversation together, I don't mind. We can meet over coffee and just do a whole new conversation. And if we like a sequel to this conversation that we just had today, we can even do that and have a sequel together as we speak together. I am soon to invite a new someone else, a guest for this conversation. Thank you very much, people. Peace.